I am by freestyle infinitist. All shadows of clouds, the sunset cannot hide, like the moon cannot stop oceanic tide, but a hidden star can still be smiling at night's a black spell on darkness beguiling. God knows what we do not see, so let him lead and set you free. When we see a rock wall blocking our way, God sees a barrier to guard us someday. When we think our countless ideas are great, God knows his ideas are best when we wait. When we see our world is about to unwind, God sees an image of his perfect design. It starts off like climbing a tree or solving a puzzle. Poetry is nothing else. It's just fun to spit, but deeper into each and every piece. You no longer hesitate to call it work. It's passion. A poet's sense of lyrical accomplishment is then his food and water, his means of survival. You might see that I am a spitter for a reason and speech, and from my mouth we taste the words unseasoned. It's a teasing the truth, which to my mind reeks of treason. A is for the angelfish that amble ground. B is for the bay where the barnacles are found. C is for the clownfish and the coral reef. D is for the diver discovering the deep. A, B, C, D. Sammy says, happiness from a joyful walk is sharing friendship, laughter, and talk. By far the hardest part regarding a work of art, apart from the start, is knowing precisely when to stop. It's growing up, finding that most glowing and top spot, ascending to where its highest peak is reached, before descending for the deepest, darkest drop. Will wrap my nuts around the pole and call me Mary. Looks like you just popped your cherry. Looking through a rose-colored glasses doesn't presume we don't see what's real and true, but it does mean we're choosing a lovely hue for a more optimistic view. Poetic words I spit for you. Your lips are damp like sweet honey dew. Our love resembles a summer song, cherishing each other all night long. Your soft hands brings chills within. I love your face that wears your grin. The rhyming of rhymes is a powerful form of self-medication. In this world, by law of gravity, it seems rather the nature of things, and a reality that slippery slope is hardly a fallacy. Halt glared at his friend as the whistling continued. I had hoped that your new sense of responsibly would put an end to that painful shrieking noise you make between your lips, he said. Crowley smiled. It was a beautiful day, and he was feeling at peace with the world, and that meant he was more than ready to tease a halt. It's a jaunty song. What's jaunty about, Halt asked. Grim-faced Crawley made an uncertain gesture as he sought for an answer to that question. I suppose it's the subject of matter, he said eventually. It's a very cheerful song. Would you like me to sing it for you? And slash Halt began. He was too late as Crawley began to sing. He had a pleasant tenor voice. In fact, and his rendering of the song was quite good, but to Halt it was as attractive as a rusty barn door squeaking. A blacksmith from Palladio, he met a lovely lady-o. Whoa, Halt said. He met a lovely lady-o. Halt repeated sarcastically. What in the name of all that holy is a lady-o? It's a lady, Crowley told him patiently. Then why not sing? He met a lovely lady. Halt wanted to know. Crawley frowned, as if the answer was blatantly obvious. Because he's from Palladio, as the song says. It's a city on the continent in a southern part of Toscana. And people there have ladios instead of ladies, asked Halt. No, they have ladies like everyone else, but lady doesn't rhyme with Palladio, does it? I could hardly sing a blacksmith from Palladio. He met his lovely lady-o. Could I? It would make no more sense if you did, Halt instead, but it wouldn't rhyme, Crowley told him. Would that be so bad? Yes, a song has to rhyme, or it isn't a proper song. It has to be lady-o. It's called poetic license. is poetic license to make up a word that doesn't exist and which, by the way, sound extremely silly, Halt asked. Crowley shook his head. No, it's poetic license to make sure that the two lines rhyme with each other. Halt thought for a few seconds, his eyes knitted close together. Then inspiration struck him. Well, then couldn't you seen a blacksmith from Palladio? He met a lovely lady, so what? Crowley challenged. Halt made an uncertain gesture with his hands, and he sought more inspiration. Then he replied, he met a lovely lady, he asked her for her hand and gave her a leg of the lamb. A leg of the lamb? Why would she want a leg of the lamb? Crowley demanded. Halt shrugged. Maybe she was hungry. Down with children, down the men, boil their bones and fry their skin, bish them, squish them, bash them, mash them, break them, shake them, slash them, smash them, offer chalks, this, magic powder, say eat up, then say it louder, cram them full of sticky eats, send them home, still guzzling sweets, and in the morning little fools go marching off to separate schools. A girl feels sick and goes all pale. She yells, hey look, I've grown a tail. Oh boy, who's standing next to her screams, help, I think I'm growing fur. Another shouts, we look like freaks, their whiskers growing on our cheeks. A boy who votes extremely tall cries out, vote's wrong, I'm growing small. 4 tiny legs begin to sprout from everybody round about, and all at once, all in a trice, there are no more children, only mice. First the colors, then the humans. That's usually how I see things, or at least how I try. Here's a small fact, you are going to die. Rhyme after rhyme, silver bullets and a stake in the heart. But the cross still awakens my heart. I'm the freak of nature, that's all. Darling, it's not the way that you are. I am the impossibility of desiring the person you pity and the petal of the Easter lily.